This is Julian, and I'm here in Vienna, Austria. And what I want to ask you in this video here is, are you tired? And not just a little tired because you might have partied too hard, you might not have slept. I'm just saying, are you living in this state of chronic fatigue? Just always being tired, just having trouble motivating yourself. You wake up in the morning, ugh, life is a drag. You even take a vacation, you come back to work even more tired than before, and you just can't seem to shake it. You know, just always feeling dragged down, living this heavy life. If that's you, pay attention to this video here as I'm going to reveal 5 simple ways, 5 tricks, 5 tips to snap out of this state of chronic fatigue and to become alive once more. So tip number 1, examine what you're doing. Sometimes, if you're not motivated, if you're always tired, it's because you're not doing something that is authentic to you. And no fucking wonder you're not motivated. And what we do is we're too stubborn, we don't take the hint, and we keep trying to do the fucking thing. So if you're always drained, perhaps, just perhaps, you should take that as valuable information and change what you're doing. Okay? If I'm doing something I absolutely hate every fucking day, I'm not gonna be motivated. And it's like, well, what do I do to be motivated doing this? Don't do this. Take the hint, okay? You must find something that drives you that is authentic to you. And you can always be aware of like how you feel when you do it. Does your state improve? Do you just feel alive when you do it? Or do you feel dragged down? Okay? You must examine what you're doing and cut out the stuff that drags you down. And you have more freedom than you think here. You know, we literally all, for some reason, believe that we're prisoners to our lives. You're not. If you don't like what you're doing, stop doing it. If you don't like where you're living, stop living there. Okay? You don't have to go to work tomorrow. I know tomorrow's a weekend day, but it's Saturday, but you don't have to go to work tomorrow. You don't have to go to work Monday. You don't have to go home. You can just bounce. You can do whatever the fuck you want. All those little like, I must do this. More often than not, it's just bullshit we've convinced ourselves to believe in. You're way more free than you think. You can change your entire life up right now. It's scary, but you can do it. And at some point you gotta ask yourself, like, God damn, what am I doing living this life of just always being drained, doing shit I hate? I did this, by the way. I'm from Switzerland, born and raised. And I was doing shit I hated. Absolutely hated. Okay? Now, I did have my whole life planned out. I was a very smart student. Very modest, too, as I'm sure you're aware of. But I absolutely hated what I was doing. You know, I was like just so tired, so drained, so heavy, hating every fucking day. I was going to like university at the time. There were all these other options. It was nothing that I resonated with. And I was like, fuck, like, I literally can't go on like this. And what did I do? I just quit everything and moved to America. No plan. People think I had a plan. I had no fucking plan. It was literally like that movie, Into the Wild, if you've ever seen that. One day to the next, guys, peace, gone. That was me. Most people wouldn't do it. A lot of people thought I were fucking crazy. I was crazy. Seeing them now, for example, that friend I mentioned earlier, we used to do music together, and I told him, hey, dude, come to LA. Let's do music. Let's go to LA. Let's fucking continue this shit. He was like, no, I'm just gonna, I can't. I'm staying here, going to law school, Miserable as fuck now, regrets it every day. Every fucking day. Okay? So, if you always feel down, change what you're doing. Live for you. Don't live for other people. Why was he going to law school? To please his dad. And that runs you, by the way. It runs a lot of people, even into their fucking 40s, 50s. I have clients I work with, say a Skype client, still run by his parents. Don't live the life someone else wants you to live. Live yours. Or you will feel miserable inside. Okay? Now, one little side note here. Be careful as well not to use this as an excuse. Because if you actually are procrastinating, you might switch things up and they'll procrastinate again. Okay? This is if you know what you're doing is just killing your state inside. Change it. Tip number 2, stop taking things so seriously. You've probably heard of decision-making fatigue. You know, I know some people like this where every little thing is a big fucking deal. You go to a restaurant with them and they're like, so, I don't know what to order. Oh my God. And they fucking read through the entire menu, every little detail, ask the waiter for every fucking detail, and they're stressing the fuck out because they don't know what to order. That'll drain you. That'll tire the shit out of you. And then they're calculating, okay, well, I'm ordering this, but does it justify the price and all this shit? Then they're ordering like an Uber. They're looking, oh, the Uber price, the Lyft price, the taxi price. So where should I park? Oh my God, we're late. What if they think this? What should I wear? Like nonstop, all those little fucking things, which aren't that big of a fucking deal. If you're obsessed about all those little details, no wonder you're drained and tired all the time. You know, I used to have this growing up with the way I would present myself publicly. Like I'd wake up and I'd shower, and I was a little obsessive compulsive over my whole routine. You know, I'd like shower and I had to do this, I had to do that, then I had to wear these clothes. If I was gonna go out publicly, I'd have to like iron everything. I remember when I first started going out and say talking to women, I literally had to have perfectly ironed pants, perfectly. To the point where right before leaving the door, I wouldn't even wear the pants, I'd iron them right before, leave them there. I'm like, okay, time to go, put them on right out the door. And I would not sit, because I'd be afraid if I sat, there'd be a little fucking wrinkle. Okay? That shit wears you down. If you're looking in the mirror and you're like, damn, my skin is this little fucking thing, and this thing, everything must be fucking perfect, you're fucked. Okay? So, one challenge here is, can you go, maybe just one day, not giving so much of a fuck about those little things that don't matter, and reflect back on your life, all of those things you thought were such a big deal at the time. Now in the end, you're like, what the fuck? Here you are here today. Was it really that big of a deal? Those times you were a little bit late. Those times you didn't know what to order and you were stressing out. Did it matter in the end? No. You know, even about what other people think of you. You're in the taxi or in the Uber, you're like, what are they gonna think of me if I talk about this? Are they judging the way I look? Now, if you're just like me, yes, but otherwise, no. You know, all those things didn't matter. All those things you thought were such a big deal. In the end, here you are. You know, that was a conversation I was actually having with Owen recently, where we were sitting there and we're like, man, it's crazy. You know, like in the past, we would obsess over so many small little details. And at times, yes, small little details are very important. But in the end, you just kind of realize like things just work out. And it sounds a little obnoxious saying that, like things just work out, because things might not have worked out. But if you're still taking smart action on the things that do matter, you realize the little details, more often than not, just fall into place. Okay? Life's not as heavy as we make it out to be. It's not as serious as we make it out to be. Stop being so serious about shit. Even, you see people when they're having fun, they're like super serious about everything about the fun's a big deal. It's like, okay, let's go have fun. Let's go do this activity. And they're obsessing like, oh, does everyone have their ticket? Do you have your ticket? Okay, you have your ticket? Okay, let's make sure we all have our tickets. And it's like, God damn, relax. You know? And it also comes down to like wanting to always have the right answer and always needing to do everything right. Fuck up a little bit. You know, you don't have to have the perfect thing about everything. Fuck around. Do something for no reason. Make a fool of yourself. Let go of the need to always have the right answer, to always do the correct thing. It eats you up inside. It ruins you. Okay? And get a lot less attached to everything going a certain way to particular outcomes. Be open to surprises. Okay? The person who obsesses about everything, they try to really shape the world into what they want, what they think they need, into their plan. Be surprised. Embrace the unknown every now and then. See what happens. Go on little adventures. Go out one day, one night, with no fucking plan, and just walk around and see what happens, versus everything needs to be planned. You know, a last little story with this, another Swiss story back in the day. I could not do anything, back to the OCD, unless it was, I knew the entire plan. I'm like, so where are we going exactly? Okay, and how are we getting home? Oh, we're gonna take that train, okay, and are we gonna stay there the entire time? Are we going somewhere else? We're going somewhere else? Who's gonna be there? Okay, are you sure that person's not gonna be there? Did you text them? Like all this shit. I'm like, stop giving so much of a fuck. Tip number 3, stop resisting what is. You have to change your attitude towards life. Stop resisting what is. If there's something that's not pleasing you, where there's nothing you can do about it, let go. Okay? And one little mindset shift that absolutely changed my life, where if you take this as a tool and you apply it to your life, it'll change yours, is during those times you're resisting shit, shift to gratefulness. Super cliche, but trust me. Say you're really tired one day. And I remember I was talking to one of the camera guys that worked with me. And we were like really burnt out. And there was another assistant asking us, he was like, dude, how do you guys do it? And the camera guy knew this, and he told him, like, man, even though I'm super fucking tired right now, I just always shift to gratitude. I'm like, look at us, we're here, we didn't sleep all night, the sun's coming up, but we're doing something we fucking love. Aren't we fucking, like, how awesome is this that we can be tired doing this awesome thing we fucking love? Boom, now you feel energized, just like that. I kid you not. If you hate your job, shift it. Again, if you can do something about it, do something about it, but till then shift it to being grateful to having a job you can hate. If you're stuck in traffic, shift it to being grateful to have a car and this mode of transportation that you can enjoy. Like, be grateful that you have the opportunity and luxury to bitch about traffic. Okay, and immediately you'll feel energized. It's super weird how that works. When you're in resistance, like, ah, fuck this, depletes you. Ah, this is awesome. Boom. Insane. Okay? And use that tool, because you will forget. I still occasionally forget, and I use it all the time. It keeps me going. I'm not always motivated. Not always. We think, oh, he's always motivated. That's Instagram. Don't believe everything you see on Instagram. There's times where even before a seminar, there's a part of me that's like, oh, do I have to? For real. And I'm like, whoa, where did that come from? What the fuck, dude? I'm like, what? It's like, dude, you have the opportunity to go and do what you love, to speak, to inspire people, to change their lives. What the fuck is this? I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. Energy. Tip number 4, learn how to relax. I used to take vacations and I'd be drained after the vacation because I couldn't relax. Yeah, you're not working. And you think, oh, it's when I'm working that I'm being drained. But then you're there at home and your mind's racing and you can't sleep. You stay up all night on fucking like YouTube and shit and you're still tired. Learn how to re-energize yourself. An easy thing is, sleep well, schedule time to sleep, don't undervalue sleep, and when you sleep, it sounds extreme, but if you try this out, it'll change your life. Number 1, learn how to sleep with an eye mask on. A little black eye mask. It'll take 2-3 weeks to get used to. Do it. Number 2, learn how to sleep with earplugs in. It'll feel weird at first. Do it. Number 3, black out the room you're in when you're sleeping. Black it out, okay? Pitch black. Pitch fucking black. Get garbage bags and duct tape. Go to a little CVS, get some garbage bags, get some painter's tape so it doesn't rip the fucking wallpaper off, and get a couple other things so they don't think you're gonna murder someone, because it's super sketchy. Because you get the biggest bags and you get a lot of fucking bags and tape, and you're like, hey, add a knife, a little kitchen knife, and you're set. But do that, like pitch black. Sometimes you have to like layer it, like multiple garbage bags, and the eye mask, and the earplugs, and any little fucking light in your room, like the little computer light, black it out. Everything. Under the door, put a towel, so it's pitch black. Sleep in that, and it'll be insane how you'll see just how much energy you have. I kid you not. It sounds extreme. It sounds compulsive. It'll change your life. Okay? Learning how to sleep. Meditating. Learning how to quiet that little voice. Okay? You can do concentration-based meditation. You can do mindfulness-based meditation. But that's much more re-energizing than taking a break and watching a TV show or watching a movie. And tip number 5, develop a healthy relationship with yourself. we live our lives trying to escape ourselves, hating parts of who we are. We don't truly feel at home in our bodies, being us, and that's just fucking draining. Trying to constantly distract yourself. Once more, you go home, I'm home, what do I do? Music! Distract myself with some music. Then you start getting a little bored of the music. I'm gonna be back with myself. TV, like distraction, 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 or numbing yourself, food, drinks, drugs, cigarettes, anything, okay? And while out, I was micromanaging what you let out, what you let people see. Are people gonna see past the front that I put on? Are they gonna see the real me? Can I say this? Is it congruent to the front that I put on? That is draining, okay? And for that, you gotta dive deep and re-own all this shit here, okay? Because that is, I mean, just hell. So hope you enjoyed these 5 simple tips, these 5 tricks, these 5 things you can do right now to get you out of this state of chronic fatigue, to get you out of this state of always feeling down, feeling heavy, feeling tired. And if you resonated with the content shared in this video, click the link here below, head to transformationmastery.com. This is the digital program I created that helps you dive even deeper and re-own all these parts of you, re-own the shit that's really dragging you down. So head to transformationmastery.com right now, click it. And as always, until next time. This is Julian, and welcome to Transformation Mastery.
It was fucking amazing.
This was huge for me. This was so important.
This gave me by far the greatest epiphanies I've ever had.
It just made me finally confront my deepest fears.
And we got like real deep, and I found some issues within myself.
One of the best things I've seen so far in my life.
What you're about to experience going through this program is what completely changed my life on every single level, okay? Be it health, wealth, relationships, higher purpose, you name it. This is the stuff that finally produced that true, long-lasting personal transformation we're all after.